Hey everybody, um, waiting for some people to tune in here. If you're watching this after the fact, it might not be very interesting just to watch me crack nuts in silence. So hopefully someone comes on soon. If people tune in, you could probably just skip ahead and get to me talking because this part will be boring while we wait. So what I'm doing is just cracking into a lot of different types of black walnut. Black walnut's not an easy nut to crack. Really hard, thick shell. Almost impossible to do with your hand. So you need a good cracker like this one. A couple different brands. But we're getting data on the kernel, like the amount of kernel that's actually in the nut meat versus the shell. So we want to try to find trees that produce lots of nuts and the nuts that are well filled. And I'm a researcher at the Center for Agroforestry, and we have quite a few selections, mainly from the wilds, that were shown to have, above average nut producing quality. And then those were brought to the research farm a long time ago, and then crosses have been made between those. And the best of those crosses were then crossed with each other, basically trying to develop some really high quality black walnuts that produce much better than just wild seedlings. So this variety here that I'm cracking is a common older cultivar called Sparrow, but this is a cross between Sparrow and another variety called Tomboy, which produces lots of great nuts too. So this one's doing pretty good. Looks good, tastes good. Some of the nuts I've been having to use the pliers to crack out fully. Most of them will slide right out. So more than average, more than the average one would. For those of you who haven't tasted black walnut before, it's got a very strong flavor. It looks a little bit like regular English walnut, and has somewhat similar flavor, but there's it's just a stronger flavor. And those of you who tried it know what I'm talking about. I didn't actually care for it the first time I tried it. It's kind of an acquired taste. And there's some variation between the cultivars, which ones taste the best. But the nice thing about it is you can grow black walnut in many places that you can't grow regular English walnut that we're all familiar with. It's more drought tolerant. It's more somewhat more tolerant than Regia of wet conditions. Of the cold, that's the main thing. It's more tolerant of the cold. Okay, this one's not good. So it's got a much wider range. All right, I think I might end this live stream now. I'll probably start doing more of these in the future. So if you haven't already, hit subscribe and click on the bell, make sure you're notified when I go live so that you can ask some questions or share some tips with me. I always like learning from viewers. Talk to you next time.